Happy birthdays as well. You always find the latest courtyard permanent solution. Out of the box.
Hello and welcome to Radio Waves by Todderbert. If you enjoy reviews, comparisons, band scans of new and classic portable radios, then make sure to subscribe and tap the bell icon so you don't miss any of my most excellent videos. In front of us are the NNS. This is the NS-8109BT AM/FM shortwave retro radio with Bluetooth and MP3 player. It currently retails on Amazon for $17.99. This has a 10% off coupon currently. It brings the price down to $16.20. Represents a decent bargain for what you get. I'm pretty happy with it. So let's look at the radio. NNS? Not now, Steve? That's making stuff up. That's hilarious. Anyway, moving on. We got the number there. We got, what's that? Blue Connect. Okay. TWS system. 18650 battery. I'm liking that. USB charging line. Well, interesting. There you are. 3-band radio. And the model. That's the one I got. They call that the Gold. And they have a, I believe, champagne model. It's got kind of a rosewood cabinet. There you are. Same thing. And there's a third one. Wow, there's a third one I didn't even know about. Wow, look at that. Sweet. And you got some bullet points there. Yeah. So there you are. 1200 milliamp hour battery. Nice. High powerful speaker. Yeah, it gets pretty loud. Nice. Love it. Okay, so I took everything out of the box. Let's see what we get. So in the wonderful box, we get the star of the show, the Not Now Steve retro radio. Yeah, weird model number 8109BT. Probably butchered that a few times, but whatever. It's actually sitting off angle because the antenna. It's not sitting flat. Well, I guess it bugs me. I hope it doesn't bother you. Anyway, radio, it is cool. Look at this thing. It's awesome. It's definitely retro themed, over the top. I love that. Now, you get a charging cable with it, which is cool. It's USB to Type-C. Yes, they're moving up in the world. This one did it right. Type-C all the way. And we get a little pamphlet showing 2 models, not 3. Actually, this is cool. They got a little plain Jane looking model there. And of course, you got the over-the-top retro, which I like. Yeah, I like this a lot. Going to the side here, we got radio operation, how to use your SD card, the lithium battery. They say that it can last up to 3 hours. A little bit more than that. I'm thinking 15 to 20 hours. These radios don't take a lot of juice to run, so unless you're using the Bluetooth or you're using the MP3 player. If you're just using the radio, yeah, it'll run for hours. Okay, and then there's information there as well. All right, cool. So, rock on. Put the stuff away. Let's go over dimensions of the radio. We have 7 1/8 of an inch in length. We have a height of 5.5 inches. And if you extend that handle, we have a height total of 7 inches down to these bottom feet here. Then we have a depth of almost 4 inches, just coming in at 3 7/8 of an inch from those front knobs to the back antenna mast here. Very cool. The little size comparison. We always like to do that in the channel. See what I got handy. I always have my normal culprits running around here. We got a CC pocket in the house. Ding, 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 ding. Fits right where the speaker is. That's kind of cool. 11:45 p.m. That's Central Daylight Time. I'm near Chicago, Illinois, USA for any band scans we do, which we're going to do on all 3 bands. Why not? Got the radio here to do it. What else do we got? The Skywave. It's awesome. AM/FM stereo, weather alert, Airman shortwave radio, which is $89.99 versus $16. If you don't have those two, we always have the infamous Iron Man. He the man with the master plan. He loves Not Now Steve radios from China land. Ding, 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 ding. Steve's from China. I don't know. I'm just making it up. Todderbert's making stuff up again. All right. So anyway, let's look at the features of what the NNS Not Now Steve radio provides. I'm having fun, as you can tell. It's a cool radio, though, nonetheless. Just so you know, right out the bat, it's above average performance. Awesome. So going to the side here, you can see it's got the faux wood treatment. It's it's like a plastic with a fake wood veneer painted on there, or skinned on somehow. Very cool. Liking that. It's got like a 3-color treatment. So you got this wood grain, you got this gold bezel here on the front with some like bronze gilded style grate there with the cloth speaker grill, which I think is really neat. And you get this huge emblem, NNS, with a crown. That's pretty awesome. Liking that. Now there's a speaker here. I was estimating it at 2.5 inches. I'll put the correct one down here because it did say in the manual it was something with millimeters there, 57 millimeters. Is that about right? 2.25? 2.25, 2.5? Well, my future self will know the truth. It was right here. It'd be cool if it was dual speaker. That'd been nice, but yeah, one speaker, it still sounds great. Down here you can see we got these classic looking controls. Isn't that great? I love it. And then you can see we have a dial that's backwards. It's like, okay, so Chinese and Japanese, they must read from the right to the left because, yeah, we don't. We read from the left to right. So, yeah, that's backwards to us, guys. But nonetheless, it works well. Yeah, as you can see, I was tuning it all the way down to the bottom of the band here. Bands. It's funny, isn't it? But, yeah, you got your FM on top there. 87 to 108, and then you got your AM band. It says 522 to 1710. I was kind of nervous about that, but it's actually, I believe, 9K, 10K universally stepped, so you get both. So that's kind of interesting and tricky at the same time to tune, but I will tune at 10 kilohertz steps, which is awesome. Down here we got some controls. We have a repeat function, which I think is really simple. It didn't say anything in the manual, but I think it's repeat once, over and over, or repeat all in the same folder, or all in the same card. Here we have back, track forward, rewind, fast forward on the MP3 player, and of course pause play. We have a band select switch, shortwave, AM, FM, and then MP3 Bluetooth mode. Of course, tuning knob. Nice. Right hand side of the radio. More of that wood grain beautifulness. I love it. And we have the USB thumb drive. Micro SD card slot, which it sticks out, unfortunately. Don't carry it around with that sticking out. Snap off, definitely. That one really stands out. There's our Type-C USB input. And you have a charge status indicator there when you're charging your battery. Going to the top of the radio, we have a handle. This reminds me of the Prudence J150 BTS that I love so much, except it has little hooks that come out here to hold your phone. This one's a bigger radio, so yeah, they're seeing it using it as a radio, which is a good thing. Going to the back, we have our whip antenna here, which is 24 inches. Found it had decent reception with that whip. Like I said, above average reception. Going to the battery compartment, open it up. We'll be greeted with 2 battery bays. One holds an 18650. There's our 1200 milliamp hour. It comes included with the radio, so that's awesome. Get started, ready, and play. And if you want to upgrade that, you can always order a 2-pack of XH data for $12. So $6 a battery, shipped to your door from Amazon, and replace that sucker with a 3000 milliamp hour battery. There you go, almost tripling the capacity and runtime with that. So great. Yeah, it uses an unprotected button top. And if you don't want to use that, you can use standard 2 D-cell batteries, which I thought was really nice. Now with 2 D-cells, you might want to just use the radio function, and sometimes the MP3 or Bluetooth doesn't like running at lower voltage, so I would recommend using the lithium for those modes. So yeah, really cool. And then a lot of times, that this is storage for a secret stash. I throw the cable in there. There you go. So you know where that's at all times. Or other stuff, like, your valuables like gold, jewelry, because it's a protective safe. Not. Anyway, you get the idea. I didn't open this up, but there's 4 screws to get in there. And the bottom, you got these are actually not rubber, they're plastic, so those things will last a long time. I like that. All right, so let's talk about FM reception, and we'll turn it on and demo this radio and have some fun this evening. So, yeah, FM reception was amazing. So definitely above average. This got a 3-star rating. So I have 5 tiers: fair, okay, good, very good, excellent. This got 3-star, which is solidly good, which is really good for a DSP radio. I found 60 stations in my area. I gave it a good rating. It's nice, above average. Average is around 48. Also, selectivity, I give it a 3-star rating as well as good. Selectivity, I found that I could find faint stations. Just took a little bit of effort. You're able to get them. AM's a little different story, but FM definitely is better on selectivity. So there you go. Good, 3-star rating. It's above average. Liking that. So we're going to go ahead and turn it on and listen to some MP3s that are YouTube royalty free. So make sure it's switched over, turn it on.
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
You'll never have the sacred stone.
Oh, this you crazy mother.
Cool. So yeah, sounds great. We're going to go to some old-time radio, because that's what I'd be playing on this, for sure. Now, the MP3 player only remembers track, which is unfortunate. So if you have a really long track, like an hour-long podcast, you're going to have to fast forward to the spot you're at when you turn the radio off. But it will remember what track you were on. So if you have 50 tracks or 100 tracks on your SD card, it will remember which one. So that's a good thing.
Show.
Normally those things jolt me, but tonight I'm too busy addressing a stack of envelopes for Richard to waste any time trying to straighten Irma out.
Jane, who are you writing to?
No one we know, honey. You see, Richard is greatly interested in the primary elections, and he's coming here with a stack of election circulars he wants me to mail.
Circulars?
Yeah, you know, there's a picture of the man, and underneath it is a description of what he's done.
Oh, I know, like those pictures of Al's friends that are hanging in the post office.
No.
So that's fun. Yeah. My friend Irma. Great classic radio show. Love that. Definitely funny. So, all right, let's cruise the bands. We're going to go to Shortwave. Yeah, everybody likes Shortwave. I like Shortwave. Yeah, let's rock out. So, boom, hook this up. So I got a whip antenna here, and it's 24 inches, and it could pick up quite a bit here in the subfloor basement. I live Chicago, near Chicago, Illinois, USA. But, just to give it a little help, I have a little wire 22-foot wire Kato T1. I'll usually link that in the description along with the radio. Go ahead and clip that on there. This helps me get a little bit of reception out of the basement. So it's just strung up to my window, to the inside actually. Let's see if this is going to work here. All right, cool. Let's go ahead and turn it on. Now, it's, as you can see, the shortwave band is 5.6 megahertz, going to 22. Now, it's cool it goes to 22 instead of stops at like 18 or 16. That's good. So you get all the way to 22, but at night here, we're going to be like right in this area. Quite a bit to go through. So we'll hear what we can hear. The dial is not accurate. Yeah, it's another thing. It's under 20 bucks, so yeah, you get what you get. Just get used to it.
Anyway, it's all. Thank you for your message. I'm in Pennsylvania, and I'm just calling up to say that I'm certain to miss you, but I'm glad you gave me that telephone number. Dear, I'm Melissa Parker from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, and I'm just calling up to say that I'm certain to miss you, but I'm glad you gave me that telephone.
Some music there. Real tedious on tuning. Barely moving the knob.
Toda persona tiene derecho a circular libremente y a elegir su residencia en el territorio de un estado. Toda persona tiene derecho a salir de cualquier país, incluso a su país.
CHU Canada, time signal. Got some ham radio activity.
Imminent return.
Knowing where a person is from can tell us a lot about that person. This is why, when meeting someone for the first time, we often ask, where are you from? What do you do? Hi, I'm Miles Roby, and you're listening to WLC Radio.
So WBCQ out of Maine, World's Last Chance Radio program.
We're taught about the Saviour. But today, Dave Wright is going to share with us some thoughts
involving walkie-talkies and solar equipment. Yesterday was the deadliest day in...
Gradually receding, according to Environment Minister Petr Hladík. All of the streams raised by the extreme rainfall at the end of last week have peaked, except for the lower Labe, where no danger is expected. The situation is most serious in South Bohemia, where the highest flood level is still in effect in slightly rise to...
Okay, it sounds like a little bit of feedback there on 10 megahertz. Interesting.
We're still without power on West.
5 hours, 3 minutes, coordinated universal time.
Acetone, 5 hours, 3 minutes. Coordinated Universal Time.
I wonder if that was WWVH and WWV having problems like crossing signals. Interesting. Go up the band a little bit and then we'll cut over to FM.
Rule since Tuesday, where they take all assigned breaks and don't work overtime and don't change shifts. This morning, 29% of services were replaced by buses or cancelled, and services are disrupted again this evening. Thomas Nash says the current system isn't running smoothly.
If you've got a model that relies on workers not actually being able to take their breaks as scheduled for the model to work, then that model may need to be adjusted. I mean, we're in the model that we're in for the foreseeable, so I think we do need to have a look at public transport and the rail network more generally and say, hey, are we putting enough into us to get the right result out?
Metlink says it's aware of people choosing to stay in Wellington because of the disruption. Judy Drench will begin her leading role at Hawke's Bay Airport this month. That's the name chosen for the airport's $1.6 million new fire truck after a competition that saw more than 1,500 suggestions. The airport's business development manager, Judy Godbold, says there has been an overwhelming response from the public. 88% of the vote came from...
Okay, so I want to say this is New Zealand, even though it's coming in super strong, but it does. For some reason, it lands right in the Midwest, and here we are. I think this is it. Cool.
To sport now, and the Black Caps have made a breakthrough, and just the second over on day 2 of the first test against Sri Lanka in Gaul. Sri Lanka resumed at 302 for 7. And
okay, cool. Let's go to FM. Yeah, I spent a little time on that signal, but I had to because it was cool. All right, there's AM, there's FM. We'll go down here. We can't hover on the music too much, but we'll hear what we can hear.
You may be also. I think that's good news, don't you? The idea of completeness and oneness and being with our Lord.
Through God's strength to pilot me, God's might to specialists provide resources.
You are with James Copnell and Davina Gupta. Our top story is the second wave of device explosions in Lebanon and its fallout for the region. Also, we'll be talking about...
What the church is crumbling.
About the late Muhammad Al-Fayed, boss of Harrods, who's now being...
What's reality? Can't count them. She was 17 and she was far from me.
1,000 grams on a Cuban, bought a few blocks. Hustle.
Can't count them. How many hospitals?
Radio Mets and Braves both pushing
and touch the flame. I touch you twice, I won't let.
The music you've always loved on B96.
Hey, B96. Look where we're at in the dial. We're just by 100 there.
All right, sometimes there's not much we can do about our circumstances, but our perspective, now that's a different ballgame. Holding on to hope with Rin.
So this weekend, we'll sprint
In this crazy town.
Condition of purchasing goods or services.
Attention, all rideshare and food delivery.
Those things that you said to yours, but I'll never say it, I'll never stay. God, me dejaste en cero toda la estamina. No me llames.
Downstairs, if you wish, I will see that a table
That
is
won't be
reserved.
necessary. I'd like to have my meals sent up to my room. And if anyone calls me, I'm not in. Is that understood?
You are not in, senor?
I don't want to be disturbed. No matter who it is, I'm not in. Is that clear?
It is clear, senor.
Model chicks, 6 bottles of Chris, 4 velvet ass gout.
Por eso es que usted desde que llegó aquí a la Unión Americana no levanta cabeza. ¿Sí lo ha notado?
Sí.
Okay, cool. So, yeah, we'll do a little bit of AM, and then we'll do final thoughts here on the radio. So now we're on AM. We'll bring it to the bottom of the band. During the daytime, it was great on locals and good on semi-locals on AM. Shortwave during the day, it was a little bit above average. I had about 13 stations, which is nice. Let's go turn this up. We're on AM. You can disconnect this. Use an internal ferrite antenna, which is nice. We'll retract that antenna. Even has a little spot to hook it. I don't know if I showed you that, but you can put the FM antenna and lock it right in place. There we are. Cool. I love that. It makes a nice shelf talker, too. Not now, Steve. That's going to be my thumbnail. That's hilarious.
Especially in the early days, he was very bad at it. And remember the Q&A sessions where it was just meaningless answers?
I'm just going to go through without talking, and we'll try to tune in some ones you guys might recognize if you watch my videos.
No substance. And then he read really well.
Blood pressure medication. And let's say that...
is when you speak extemporaneously, when you don't need a script. He couldn't do that. I think we're kind of like... really felt because it was too radical. Oh, interesting.
On this issue, because spending a better job, and actually,
But she wasn't. So I said, are you... she said, why should I be? He bought a new car for himself, and if he buys a new car for himself...
And if we think you have a good grasp on this offense, then they'll start you. And if not, we're gonna like inverse redshirt you. You're not gonna miss your first year. So we're gonna go with Andy Dalton, and you can learn from him. Would that have played? Would that have been like? What would the reaction have been to?
Normally called country and western songs in. I do like it. But I would ask if you would play City Lights, either Ray Price or Mick McGill.
Oh, sure. And that's, as far as I'm concerned, that's a classic. So absolutely we'll play City Lights for you.
Okay, thanks, and you keep it going.
Call now, 800-575-6481. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate...
He is answered.
And the IRS. Generous programs are now available that can give you a fresh start. Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems. We have over 1,000 five-star reviews on Google and an 8.
I didn't know it was just going to keep getting easier.
Stoking tensions after similar explosions of the group's pagers the day before.
Like Kamala Harris, because you don't need to do that.
Yeah, right.
Play it everything.
Any ads of two guys talking, saying she's not one of those crazy Democrats. They couldn't pull that off, could they?
No. There's no reference to spirit there.
Sales are coming during Pro Savings Days Lowe's. Starting September 16th. Save on the wall.
How they perform in the future.
On Capitol Beirut and its Beckhaw Valley.
Next update in less than 10 minutes. I'm Jim Update. Update in less than 10.
Now the AccuWeather forecast, meteorologist Brian Thompson.
Mainly cloudy overnight, but someday by a shower, it'll get down to 63 for an overnight low, but much of the area will stay dry, and it looks like a dry day on Thursday. It will be very warm and breezy with times of clouds and sunshine, a high of 85. Still breezy into Thursday nights with a mostly cloudy sky, low 64. And there could be a little bit of rain in parts of the area on Friday, but it's looking more and more like it may end up being a pretty dry day with clouds and sunshine, high temperature Friday around 76. I'm AccuWeather meteorologist Brian Thompson.
KYW News Radio 103.9 FM is always live and always free on the Odyssey. Everything to know is sponsored by
Diabetes, $1 million of
The annihilation of Israel. The targets also claim the United States is the great Satan and have killed over 2/3
states that are going to define this election. I gotta say, I don't understand it. Even after you've explained it, I still don't get it.
You're going to read that the Jewish people were attacking Christianity.
Okay, I'm going to zoom to the top of the band.
Theologians in the West, and even the whole and
See it for these guys. You get more chances.
Hezbollah purchased 5,000.
They are playing
Okay, cool. You get an idea, right? All right, so we're going to turn that off and do final thoughts on the NNS 8109BT. Not now, Steve. It doesn't get old for me. It might for you, but all right. Likes, design, Bluetooth, MP3 player, 18650 D-cell battery operation. It has a handle, low cost, decent reception on all the bands. Boom, what else can I say? It's got a retro style that I like. It's got some initials I like. It's awesome. What do I want? An accurate dial would be number one, and a dial going in the right direction. That would be fantastic. Remembering track position, since I feel these people that are buying these radios are probably buying them to listen to retro music, retro, old time radio, and they want to use the MP3 player for that. I think it's cool for self-contained use. But if you can't remember track position, I don't know. But I think it's still okay. It's not bad. You can still fast forward, like I mentioned, so that's a good thing. A dial light would be really cool, like an amber light, because old school radios had lights, and that'd be fantastic. It ain't gonna take much juice to put an LED on each side here, and to make it like see-through, make these numbers like translucent. Perfect. What do you think, guys? So overall, I recommend this radio at under $20. Right now, it is under $20, so yeah, it's a buy all day long. So I'm so happy with it because it does have 10 kHz stepping on AM. I can enjoy AM band. Fantastic. So hope you enjoyed this video. If you like inexpensive radios, make sure to subscribe to the bell icon, get notified of future reviews and deals, because this one went on some kind of super deal and it was down to like $7. Yeah, $7. And I posted that deal, and a few of you got lucky and saw my post and got a hold of a couple. So Amazon does that sometimes. So yeah, get subscribed and hit the bell icon if you like radios and you really want to collect a few and do it on the cheap. Yeah, and I'll help you out. If I find the deals, I'll pass them on quickly to you guys. And of course, comment down below what you think about the Not Now Steve radio. It would be something you add to your collection. I really like the fact that it does remind me of a Prunus radio, and it does have all the nice features like the Bluetooth MP3 player, but also the batteries. You can run on 2D cells or rechargeable. That's replaceable and upgradable. I do like that. I think that's nice. So you guys in the comment section, let me know what you think as well. All right, thanks for watching, and we'll see you in my next awesome video.